Hello, viewers. You're welcome back again. Yeah, today is gonna be another special show with Laura Knight, right away from the UK, and our focus is gonna be on portfolio management and diversification. We know what is going on in the market. We are in the bear market for that matter. And if say you're coming new for the first time in cryptocurrency, you don't know how to go about, buying different cryptos out there or different coins out there, it might be challenging because you might buy or just be around the whole place because of too much noise and end up buying stuff that you don't need, or maybe it was time to take profit and you didn't take out profit, and this is what we want to address today and many more going on in the crypto space. So let me just bring um L'Oreal right away to the show.
Hello.
Yes, we have her now. How is it going over there in the UK today?
Yes, things are well. Things are well. I've just been connecting with people on LinkedIn, really. So I haven't been keeping up too much with what's going on this morning in Web3. However, it's general news. Obviously, the A16Z. Talking about portfolio diversification, they've actually set up they're planning to set up a headquarters in the UK. So A16Z is one of the lead investment firms in Web3. They've got a head office in California, but they're looking to go to the UK so that they can kind of beat regulations, but also work with the policymakers of the UK who are setting themselves up to be a crypto hub. So that's, diversification at its best.
Yeah, I also saw you post some awesome, content recently on. I think that was yesterday. Snoop Dogg, the exclusive. Is it the World ID something from Snoop Dogg, the NFT for Snoop Dogg, and that gives his fans the opportunity to go, to tour with him. That was cool. I think if we see more artists come up with something like that, is going to help bring in more, should I say, retail people into crypto
Yeah,
indirectly somehow.
yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, Snoop Dogg's been very bullish on the whole Web3 in itself. So I think he started his journey in 2021 with Board Ape. He collected Board Ape 6,723. But he's also released NFT collections. He's got a piece of land in the metaverse as well, in Decentraland. So, no, sorry, I think it's Sandbox actually. So I think, well, maybe both. So in terms of diversification, Snoop Dogg is a prime example of someone that's, they understand the impacts of DeFi, of Web3, and they're making sure that they have set themselves up to have interests and funds in different areas of Web3. So not just the tokens, not just the coins, but NFTs, and real estate, and actually a brand as well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome, and I think, like, should I say, maybe Snoop Dogg is able to do this, or other big artists are able to do this because they are their own boss. They are not tied to a label. They can manage themselves, or they are, like, should I say, they are free to do whatever they want to do. And when you see, it's not the same thing when you look at like upcoming artists out there who, like, still they still believe in the old ways that you need to be tied to a label. So now I think this is gonna be a whole topic on its own, and that's gonna be exclusive. I know you are so in deep into NFTs, Web3, and but I just want you to give me, or to give viewers, like, a clue as to what we might expect when it comes to young artists or upcoming. Let me focus more on creators. You know, how do you see the NFT space with relation to should I say, young creators in the future? Like, how do you see it?
Yeah, I think there's a huge market and space for innovation for things such as GameFi and music NFTs, and not just music NFTs on their own, but actually using smart contract technology to create a fairer and more rewarding royalty system for artists. So we know that this new generation of Gen Zs and millennials, we're really into social media, gaming. There's people who's making, millions online from gaming, people who are independent artists who make a track, it goes viral, and then, they become this big household music name. So these are the kind of dreams of Gen Z and millennials. And actually, smart contracts and blockchain technology facilitates really well this kind of content creator economy. So if you are, an independent artist and you're looking to kind of get into Web3 or trying to make a name for yourself, there's a lot of platforms out there, such as Audius, if you're a music creator, and actually by creating your own community, by tapping into your own following, you can be rewarded directly for the content and the artistry that you make. So there's so much innovation, there's so many protocols coming up every single, pretty much every single day. It feels like at this point.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
innovation in this space is really cool. Well, like, okay, most of you viewers, I'm thinking, okay, now we are talking about NFTs. Maybe we are like out of the topic, guys. NFTs is part of diversification and portfolio management. So, don't only look at crypto as just you buying, a particular coin, but there are projects that are behind these coins. That if say you go deeper to understand fully what you are doing, or like how the industry is structured, then you might as well understand that maybe there's a coin you are holding which is an NFT NFT coin, or the coin is backing an NFT project. So now looking at diversification or portfolio management, how do you approach that, like in your day-to-day investment and with the people also that you meet day to day in your business?
Yeah, so mainly I do, consultation and, helping people actually to get started. But in terms of introducing you first, if you're someone that's beginning and you see Web3, you see blockchain, you don't know where to start, the first place to start is to get a wallet. That is, the fundamental place to start, so that you can start collecting some of these tokens and possibly NFTs. Now, I would probably want to start with buying yourself the daddy of all of this, which is Bitcoin. That should definitely, yeah, that should definitely be in your portfolio. And if you're first time, this is not financial advice, but if you are a first time into this industry, go ahead and get yourself maybe like $10, 10 pounds or whatever of Bitcoin, and just look at how it works, because a lot of these protocols, a lot of these tokens are mirroring or are inspired by Bitcoin. So definitely always have that in your portfolio. Not advice, but that's what I would do. And then on next is probably you want to, if you do want to get into like NFTs or look into metaverses or things like that, then you might want to get yourself a wallet that interacts with the Ethereum blockchain. And then once you have, the Ethereum blockchain is a decentralized application. It's a blockchain in itself, but it allows you to interact with smart contracts, which open you up to a world of decentralized applications. So that includes metaverses, that includes NFT marketplaces, etc. So if you want to really get into the world of Web3 and you want to get into this new internet, then you're probably going to want some Ethereum in your portfolio so that you can actually interact with the space and within the marketplaces. So that's where I would start. That's where I kind of, when I'm onboarding people, that's kind of the direction that I push them in to start. However, there are so many different types of blockchains. I don't want to mention too many, but you've got like XRP. Obviously, they are on trial at the moment. However, However, protocols like that, they are targeting the financial systems to make them more efficient and make them more accessible globally. They have had a lot of success and a lot of eyes on them. So, protocols like that you might want to look at. Obviously they are under trial right now by the SEC, but you want to be able to do your own research. You want to be able to find what your risk appetite is, know what that is, find what your interests are, and then look at the protocols that best match that.
If I understood what you're actually saying for a layman is that before you actually decide to buy any coin, your focus should be understanding should I say, the platforms that are in place that will enable you to to buy the coin that you want to buy. And also, not only that, you have to understand the different sectors that are available in the industry to actually give you a clue of what you are getting involved in. And lastly, you have to make sure that not like what you're buying. Like, I see this always, people FOMO into different project, or different crypto. Let's say, for example, you are my sister. You told me you just made 10K from Pepe, and boom, I like come to you and like, can I buy Pepe right now? I want to buy Pepe right now, right? Not knowing that maybe you bought Pepe a long time ago, or like you did some due diligence before buying Pepe, right? And I just, if like me following into it, might end up losing money. So I think what you're actually saying is, pretty good for anyone out there who is investing in not only cryptocurrency, any investment that you want to get involved in. You need to actually understand what you're going into. Now, how relevant or how serious it is when someone just bash into crypto without actually understanding what diversification is all about, or portfolio management is all about. How dangerous do you think that is to their portfolio or to their investment in general?
Yeah, so investment is not a joke, because although we see the excitement of money going up, people making a lot of money, from a little investment, people do lose money as well. So you need to take that into consideration when you are investing. If you've got capital to spend, you want to know what your risk appetite is and know how much of that portfolio you are willing to lose putting it into said investment. You also want to know what type of investments carry the most risk. So, for example, Pepe project, some people did make, a lot of money from a small investment, but you need to understand that Pepe comes under the industry of meme coins, which are highly volatile and pretty much no certainty of whether they're going to appreciate. And there is what we call in the market a pump and dump. So you need to understand that as well. Like, although it goes up, it also comes down, just as hard as it comes up. You also want to, what industries interest you the most as well. Are you into gaming? You might be someone that's an avid gamer, and so you might want to put more of your portfolio into a GameFi protocol because you believe in the technology and believe in that space. So you really want to be able to understand the whole industry, and know what your risk appetite is, and really do a lot of research. And I would also say this, just to finish, is dollar cost averaging. So if you do have some funds that you want to put into a protocol, into a token, NFT, whatever, you might want to start off by just putting, maybe 10% of your initial idea. So let's say, for example, you wanted to invest 1,000 into a token or NFT, whatever. Maybe only start off by putting 100, and then, looking at the chart, seeing how it does for about a week, and then, maybe put a little bit more in. So that can also help to mitigate some of the risks that come with investing in these highly volatile industries.
Wow, that's amazing. To hear you speak like that about what investors might think of in the cost of investing. I don't know. My camera keep going off and on. I don't know what's going on here. But okay. Now it's I don't know what's going on here, but now it's fine. Yeah. I have this like today. I ended one of my like I was taking a whole full trading course. I do this every now and then to update myself to learn from expert who have been in the game for a long time, forex, crypto, whatsoever thing. Like I try to actually learn different ways to not only invest but to trade. And since I do crypto full time, it gives me the opportunity to spend at least 1 hour every 1 hour or more every day to learn new things. I don't just sit and assume that I know everything. There are things that I know already, but I still listen to it to remind me, like to keep reminding me of this, and so that in the long run I'll be more efficient in it. And what I learned recently, is for you to trade, properly, you have to treat crypto as a business. You have to treat your investment as a business so that you can make profit in it long term. It's not something that you put money in it and okay, I have put 1,000 euros or 100 euros. I want to wait to see if, say, this 100 euros is going to make me a millionaire the next 2 or 3 years. You need to understand, okay, now I have this capital, which is 100 euros, and I have so many cryptos out there in the market. When am I buying this coin? When am I selling this coin? What else can I buy? Okay, if I have to buy something, should I buy it with everything I have? So that plan, that structure is is something I think most new investors are missing it. They don't get it. And those who also are into crypto, like when you listen to most YouTube content out there about crypto, is hype. It is so hype in a sense that when you watch a YouTuber, you might like, okay, this guy, if I watch this guy, if I buy this coin, I'm gonna become a millionaire, or this coin is gonna make me this or that. Not knowing that this is a process, and this process require you to actually, you know, accumulate not only just that, but you can get involved into airdrops. It means NFTs, which are so maybe it might cost you $6 to mint one NFT, and that NFT you can sell it. So what I'm trying to say is, um, if say you have to get involved in crypto and you really want to be not, let me not say full time, maybe you have a job, but you are putting your hard earned dollar in it, right? Maybe $100, and you expect something from it, then you need to put some time in, to learn how to actually make it happen. And I always say to people that there's no reason for you to use $100 and buy a coin that you don't understand what it is, and you might end up losing that money anyways, than paying someone who actually can give you the knowledge, and then maybe you can take another $100 and transform it to $100 to $200. That is 100% profit, paying back what you paid that person, to get that knowledge. So I think, um in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is, when investors zoom out and look at a bigger picture, the reason why they are getting involved in the crypto in the first place, like, why are you investing? Like, what's the reason you are investing? Why are you gonna buy? Why are you gonna decide to buy Bitcoin? Why are you gonna decide to buy Snapdog NFT? I mean, what is that angle for you long term? So with that, I think it's gonna give people an urge, like, okay, now this is what I have to do this month every week. If say I come back from work, weekends, I'm gonna use my weekends. Maybe let's say, if say Laura have to consult Laura for her advice. Maybe I'm gonna pay her this amount of money, or I'm gonna have a subscription with her every month that I pay. That I talk to her every month or every week, once every month or twice every month or twice every week. So this structure will not only help you to build a business from your investment, but it will also give you a broader knowledge as to what is in the market, what is going on in the market. Because I mean, this is your hard-earned dollar, which is on the line. So I don't know what you think about that.
No, absolutely. I think what you said there is really important. Is actually, knowing what it is that you're doing or having an idea of where you want to go. So just putting money into like Bitcoin and then or whatever coin and then just like expecting to wake up a millionaire, that is not the truth for a lot of investors. And so you want to take profits. Like you need to know when you want to take profits because the market's not going to go up forever. It is going to come down at some point. So you need to know what your risk appetite is as well. So, do you want to double your money? If you put £100 in, would you be happy with doubling your money? And you've got to remember as well, if you double £1,000 or $1,000, whatever, if you double that just 10 times, that makes you a millionaire. That actually equates to being a millionaire. So if you've got if you actually go to go to an expert, go to people who are doing this like us full time and researching it and actually getting advice about what's the markets are looking like this week. If you want to find something that's going to double your money week after week, then you want to tap in with the industry experts who are actually doing the research every day and can help you to direct you to where you can actually meet some of those goals. But you might if you've got a lower risk appetite or I'd say maybe a medium risk appetite. But if you go into something like a meme coin, you've got to really understand that it is a really hugely volatile marketplace. Yes, sometimes these coins can 1000x, but sometimes they can drop as well. So if you've got to set yourself a threshold. If it 5x's, would you be happy to take your money out and then see if you can get in at a different position if it comes down? Or maybe if you get to a 10x, you might be really happy. To get to a 10x, you need to recognize that that's really good. Like, don't get greedy and learn to take profits. And I think that's something that's been like a learning process for me, is actually learning, when to actually say, no, this is time now to take it out. And, understanding what your risk appetite is as well. I think that was a really, really important point. Take profits.
Yeah, take profit. That's the thing. Always take profit. Don't keep your profit because someone will take it for you from you. It's really amazing to see that people don't understand that crypto is player versus player. Not only crypto stocks, excuse, forex. This is a player versus player game. Someone is out there looking to eat your dollar, to to steal your dollar from you. So if say you come into crypto with this mindset of, okay, I'm playing with I'm like playing with someone else. Someone is betting for the market to fall, while I'm betting for the market to go up. So whosoever wins, take the price, which is in dollar. Now there's this tool that I learned. Like, okay, my next question was gonna be or point of discussion was gonna be, what are the tools that are out there that we can use to actually help us manage our portfolio properly. I know, like I personally, I use Coin Market Cap or Coin Gecko, but I know there are other awesome tools out there like CoinStats that I also use CoinStat, and yeah, different tools for you. Like, what kind of tools do you use to like monitor your portfolio, like to because, okay, if say we have many wallets, we have different exchanges, you cannot go to it to everything at once, and there's someone out there who is so busy they cannot go to all this platform at the same time, but they can bring it together in one platform that has an app that I can just look at it and, okay, now I have this from Trust Wallet, I have this from my hardware wallet, I have this from MetaMask, and so on. So, like, what tools do you have that you can share with us, maybe we can dive into it as well.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, me personally, I like to keep up with some of the market leaders and those in the crypto industry. So, Twitter Spaces is like my go-to place to kind of like keep up with what's going on. I also like to join Telegram groups of these projects and protocols, and a lot of the time they actually update you on what their roadmaps are, if they've got news announcing this day or in the week. It also uses um, tracking websites such as DEX tools to actually tell you where the market is going and the price action. And they're sending those through like every hour or so. Also going onto YouTube. So obviously Deepa Dong's got his show, crypto show, keeps it updated. Also influencers like BitBoy, he's got a show. There's also Earn Your Leisure, like that show as well. And they do Market Monday. So every single Monday they update you on what's going on in the markets. So it's just finding the people who are doing it, the people who are literally in the space doing it, who are talking to the policymakers every single day, who are actually influencing the space as well, and keeping up with the news as well. Market leaders and investors who've got huge portfolios, again, like Franklin Templeton, like when they're creating a new ETF, like what have they put on their portfolio this year? You might want to copy, some of their, you might want to be in some of the tokens that they are investing in, because they're very successful investors. So yeah, just finding out who are the lead people in the industry, like who has had the most success, who is doing the research and talking with the people who are behind the protocols, and keeping up and joining a community as well. Tap in with us, tap into us. We've got communities, but also the tokens, the NFTs, whatever it is that you're investing in. Make sure that you're a part of their Telegram group or their Discord or even just Twitter. Make sure you're going into their Twitter spaces, like hearing what they've got coming up. Because a lot of these things, there's so much information out there that it's so easy to miss it. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, we're doing an airdrop, but you've got to make sure that, you attach your wallet this time or whatever, so you've got to make sure that you're always trying to keep up with that. And I know sometimes it can be difficult. We've all got lives, we've all got work, family, and things to do. But that's why it's great to, come to experts, come to people who are doing this full time, and asking them questions and tapping in their communities.
Yeah, just be active just be active in the space. Also, I think your content that you put out there is really relevant, important, and up to date every now and then. Your Medium post what FTF crypto blog, that word you always like what you know
Yeah. It is because sometimes it is. Sometimes in this space, it is. People describe it as the wild, wild west, where it's just funny, you get a dollar or whatever. Like we said earlier about while you're trying to bet that something's going up, someone's trying to bet that it's going down. So it is
yeah.
like wild, wild west, and things do just pop up all the time. You're literally just like, what the what is that all about? It just sometimes it completely shock you. So that is the pretense behind the branding, is that
Yeah.
ETF crypto, it brings you the latest news, the headlines that are shocking people and influencing the market as well.
Yeah, guys, you can follow her. You can subscribe to her channel as well. Go below this video at the description level. You're gonna see where you can connect with her directly on YouTube. Go and subscribe to her channel. We're gonna be doing some stuff, collaborating on her channel as well in the future. But it's always good to talk with her because I think she's a powerhouse. She's someone that we can both learn from. She's involved heavily into crypto, NFTs, Web3. So I think she's full, like she was in full time. And when you see someone who is a specialist in this industry, you want to connect with them, and at one point you can never know where your financial breakthrough will come from. when you have the mind to focus on the right people, to follow the right content, then that dollar that you want to get in the future will come naturally. But if you say you just get involved in it, not having the proper education, you don't pay attention to details, to relevant content online, well, you might be working for someone else because your dollar will be eaten up by by a bear or yeah, something like that. So um Laura, it's always amazing to have you here. And I just want you to, tell my viewers in detail what actually you do so that they can understand. And who knows, someone might want to connect with you somehow to maybe consult with you for something that they want you to give to them, which is this knowledge.
Absolutely. So I'm a blockchain specialist. I've worked with startup companies, and now I'm taking my knowledge and my expertise over to blockchain to help people to onboard into the industry and also innovate startup ideas into blockchain. So even if you've just got a company that's been successful, but you want to integrate into blockchain, I can help you to do that. I've got a great network of builders, of innovators. I also help you to create, your business plan and frameworks for smart contracts. I help you to get started with if you need a wallet. And then also, if you are a project who is in the seed phase or just the early stages of investment, then I have a newsletter for VCs and investors. So if you looking for that funding, contact me, and then I can put you in front of some of the people who are actually funding these projects. And if you are an investor who's looking for some of these projects as well, then just contact me and make sure that I've got your email so that I can add you to that list, and you can potentially find your next big project. So that's me in a nutshell. I do also have the WTF crypto show. So if you just hashtag WTF crypto, you can find it. It pretty much shows up on search engines straight away. So you can find the blog on Medium. I post there every single week. And I also post a corresponding video across social media channels. So on social media, I'm Lorraine K. So you can find me pretty much everywhere with Lorraine K, or just hashtag WTF crypto. And you can also now start to collect the WTF crypto show as NFTs. So I've just put up the Snoop Dogg article as NFTs. So if you believe in me, you believe in the show, you might want to collect that NFT because they are going as one of ones. You never know the value of that the show might be in the future.
Yeah, you never know what the show might be in the future. It's always good to get in early. So maybe I'm gonna start thinking of collecting mine as well. I wanna be in the train when it starts moving fast. I don't wanna be left behind. But guys, in essence, she's someone that you can be part of her community as well. And we're gonna be doing this every week, once every week, every Friday. As long as we have the energy to keep giving you guys this awesome content, and in the future, I think maybe you guys will sit back and say, "Wow, it was awesome to connect with Laura." And again, as she mentioned, go and follow her on social media on LinkedIn. She's there. Laura Knight on YouTube. The link is found below this video. You can just go there. I've tagged her on YouTube. Just make sure you follow her there. On TikTok, she's there as well. On Instagram, she's everywhere. Just go whatever favorite social platform that you belong to. She's there. She's everywhere. So thanks again once more for being part of my community. It's awesome to have you here. See you again
Thank
next week.
you. See you next week.